Hello and welcome to another session in English language, and today our focus is first on figures of speech, and then we'll look into adverbial clause, and lastly we'll then take diphthongs. But before all of that, let us review the previous lesson. Welcome back. So we begin the class with figures of speech, and our focus today is on simile, metaphor, irony, personification, and rhetorical question. So what is simile? Simile is a figure of speech. It's a literary device used to compare things of dissimilar quality. Okay, it's a literary device used to compare things of dissimilar quality. Okay, so we have she smiles like an angel, and most of the time the comparison we make use of as and like. Okay, as and like. She smiles like an angel. Okay, so we compare how she smiles with an angel. Her hair is as tender as silk. Her hair is as tender as silk. So you can see as used to compare. Okay, so that's a simile. Then a metaphor is a figurative speech that also compares, but this time without the as or like. For instance, we have taken examples here. He was a lion in the fight. He was a lion in the fight. Okay, so we are not using he was like a lion. No, we're saying he was a lion in the fight. Look at the second example. The camel is the shape of the desert. Okay, so what shape is on water is what a camel is on the desert. Okay. Then we also have irony. Irony is a figure of speech used to express the opposite meaning of the original meaning, or what you call the literal meaning of a particular expression. Okay, so every time you use the opposite in meaning to that is different from the literal meaning, then you are making use of irony. Okay, so it's a direct opposite to one's thought. So if you want to say somebody is ugly, you simply say she's a pretty girl, but what you actually mean is that she's an ugly girl. Okay, you can have another example. This is a fine state of affairs, but what you actually have on mind is that things have gone wrong. Okay, so they are examples of irony. Okay, then we could also have what you call personification. Now, personification is attributing animate qualities to inanimate objects. Attributing animate qualities to inanimate objects. Okay, so making them look like living things. For instance, we could say Death lays his icy hands on kings. Death lays his icy hands on kings. So death here is inanimate. It's an abstract idea. Okay, but here we're making it look like it's an animate thing. Alright, the sun was smiling after a heavy downpour. Okay, so instead of saying the sun was shining, we say the sun was smiling, and we know that the sun is an inanimate object. So when we attribute qualities, animate qualities to inanimate objects, we say that is personification. Then we have rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are asked not to get a direct answer, but actually to make a point or a dramatic effect. That's what a rhetorical question is all about. So it's not a question that demands an answer, alright, a direct answer. So all you're just trying to do is make a point, or you're trying to create a dramatic effect. For instance, is nothing scared? Now, I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm saying is nothing scared, or has there been a more perfect day for picnic? It's a rhetorical question. So I'm trying to say that today is perfect for the picnic. Okay? So let's move on to structure adverbial clause. You know what clauses are? Clauses are expressions with what? A finite verb. So an adverbial clause is a type of subordinate clause that behaves like an adverb. Okay? It's a subordinate clause that behaves like an adverb. In other words, what are the functions of an adverb? They modify a verb, they modify an adjective or another adverb. Okay, so we are saying that the principal word here, okay, is always an adverb. Okay, and we always add it always gives additional information about time, place, concession, condition, manner or purpose. He left when? After the meal was over. Okay, so wherever I went, I saw signs of prosperity. What happened wherever I went? I saw signs of prosperity. So these are the various types of adverbial clause. We have adverbial clause of time, adverbial clause of place, adverbial clause of purpose, adverbial clause of condition, adverbial clause of concession. Okay, so let's take the clause of time. It's used to indicate time. Okay, and it precedes conjunctions like when, before, since, after, now. Okay, so these are examples of words that are preceded in. So look at this expression. I felt very happy is the main clause when I saw Michael. Okay, so it's preceded by when. Okay, I had never thought of marriage before I saw Stella. Okay, so that is also another conjunction. Okay, so let's move on. We have clause of what? Place. This one has to do with location. Okay, it has to do with location. So it was introduced by where or wherever. For instance, where there is a will, there is a way. But I can't say where there is a will, but I can say there is a way. I can't say wherever we went, we were insulted. But I can say we were insulted. Okay, but I can't say wherever we went. So these first expressions containing where and wherever are adverbial clause of place. Okay, then we have adverbial clause of purpose. Now here it indicates purpose. It indicates purpose. So we have words like that, in order, so, less. Okay, we read that we may understand the world. So that we may understand the world is an adverbial clause. Okay, trying to modify the verb read. She left early lest she be delayed. So the expression lest she be delayed is trying to modify how she or why she actually left, the purpose of leaving early. Then we also have what we call adverbial clause of condition. Now here it indicates the condition, okay, and it's introduced with words like if, unless, whether, provided that, so, long as. Okay, so unless you work hard, you won't succeed. Unless you want, so I can say you won't succeed, but if I can't say unless you work hard. What will happen if I don't work hard? There are chances that such a person won't succeed. I can help you provided that you follow my advice. So this expression, provided that you follow my advice, is an adverbial clause of condition. Okay, then we have adverbial clause of concession. Now here it shows concession. Okay, it shows concession, and basically words like though, although, even if, whereas, they are all words that are used to introduce adverbs of concession. For instance, though she's beautiful, she is not proud. Though she's beautiful, she is not proud. So I can say she's not proud. Okay, that makes some sense. But I can't say though she is what? Beautiful. Although I tried hard, I could not succeed in my attempt. So those are examples of adverbial clause of concession. So let's move on to diphthongs, which is the last segment. Like I told you, a diphthong is a combination of two monophthongs. They are otherwise called double vowels or gliding vowels. Okay, and we have 8 of them in phonology. The first is A. This is ow, I, oi, ear, and or. So let's have them in the word cake, break, braid, may, gauge, they, rain, sachet, chalet, great, break. So we have it in words like ho, go, note, ho, goat, both, road, so. Okay, we have I, height, either, I, by, sky, pie. We have ow, doubt, count, stout, about, how, cow. Okay, we have next oi, boy, noise, boy. This is boy. Employ. Then we have ear, idea, peer, beard, here, peer, and year. Then we have air. We have care, tear, where, there, where. We have or, like pure, cure, sure. And the examples are inexhaustive. So with this, we've come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for joining. In order to refresh your memory and recall all that is taught in this lesson, I would encourage you to take the test that appears on your screen.